He told him,
"Need to do that T.I. little yellow motherfucker, long hair freak. That little motherfucker don't know how to fight either. Get them y'all babies just rap baby. Go drop him off over his cousin's house."
It all began with a single clip. Charleston White, a man already known for running his mouth, decided to take aim at King Harris, the son of T.I. and Tiny. He wasn't holding back. He wasn't being careful. He wasn't even being funny in the way some people thought he usually was. Instead, he went off in a way that felt personal, harsh, and downright disrespectful. He mocked King, questioned him, and threw shade at him in front of the world. And just like that, social media exploded. But what nobody expected was how quickly T.I. would jump into the fire and confront Charleston White himself, live and direct, with the whole internet watching. Charleston White has always been a complicated figure. For years, he's carried the reputation of a man who says whatever comes to his mind without worrying about consequences. He's been labeled a comedian, an activist, a hater, and even a clout chaser. One day, he's preaching about uplifting communities, and the next he's tearing down rappers, celebrities, and their families. Some people see him as refreshing because he calls out the hypocrisy in the music industry. Others see him as nothing but an attention seeker, someone who thrives off stirring up drama. But this time, he pushed things further than usual, and the target was King Harris. Now, King isn't new to controversy. Over the past couple of years, his name has been attached to stories that spread like wildfire. From his run-ins with the law to videos showing him arguing in public, King's journey into adulthood has been messy, to say the least. But that doesn't change the fact that he's still someone's child, still a young man finding his way under the blinding lights of fame. And when Charleston White took it upon himself to start calling him out, mocking his character and questioning his upbringing, fans knew something was about to happen. The words Charleston used weren't just casual jokes. He painted King as spoiled, entitled, and out of touch. He accused him of trying to act tougher than he really was, of pretending to be a street figure when he had grown up in luxury. The way Charleston delivered his rant, with his trademark laughter and mocking tone, made it sting even more. To the outside world, it might have looked like entertainment. But for T.I., a father who has spent years protecting his family name and raising his children in a complicated world, it was a direct attack. The reaction online was immediate. Clips of Charleston White's rant spread across Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube within hours. Fans were outraged, but others were laughing and reposting it as if it was comedy. Some said Charleston was just saying what others were thinking, while others argued that he crossed the line by dragging a teenager into his feud with rappers. And then came the question everyone wanted answered. How would T.I. respond? T.I. is no stranger to confrontation. Throughout his career, he's been known to defend himself and his family with words sharp enough to cut through any insult. But he's also a father before anything else. And if there's one thing fans know, it's that he doesn't play when it comes to his kids. At first, people noticed small hints, subtle posts on Instagram, cryptic messages about respect, family, and boundaries. But it didn't stop there. T.I. wasn't content to just throw subliminals. He wanted to look Charleston White in the eye and make sure the world knew where he stood, and that's when it happened. The live confrontation, whether it was Instagram Live or a podcast stream, the fact is thousands of people tuned in to see T.I. and Charleston White come face to face. The tension was thick from the moment it started. T.I. came in composed but clearly angry. His words were measured, but the tone behind them carried fire. He told Charleston straight up that speaking on his son was unacceptable, that no man should ever disrespect someone's child for the sake of views or laughs. The way he said it wasn't just about defending King, it was about drawing a line in the sand for all fathers watching. Charleston White, however, didn't back down. That's who he is. He doubled down, laughed in T.I.'s face, and mocked the seriousness of the moment. Instead of apologizing or softening his words, he insisted that he had every right to speak his mind. He framed it as holding rappers accountable, as exposing what he believed was fake behavior. To him, King was just another example of what he saw wrong in the culture. But to T.I., it was his flesh and blood. The clash between those two perspectives made the live feel electric, chaotic, and almost unbearable to watch. The comments section was on fire. Thousands of fans typed furiously, some siding with T.I. and praising him for defending his son like a real father should. Others cheered on Charleston White, saying he was brave enough to speak the truth nobody else wanted to admit. The live quickly turned into more than just an argument. It became a cultural moment. People weren't just watching two men go at it. They were debating respect, fatherhood, and the blurred line between criticism and disrespect. Clips of the live flooded the internet immediately after it ended. Headlines popped up everywhere. T.I. checks Charleston White over his son. Charleston laughs in T.I.'s face. Father versus troll. Who won? Everyone had an opinion, and the more people talked, the bigger the story became. It wasn't just about Charleston White or T.I. anymore. It was about what happens when family, fame, and social media collide in real time. For King Harris, the moment was complicated. On one hand, he had the world watching his father defend him, showing the kind of loyalty any child would want. On the other hand, he was being dragged back into a spotlight he probably wished would leave him alone. Every move he made, every word he said was suddenly magnified. Some fans speculated about his feelings, saying he must have been embarrassed that his dad had to step in. Others said he should be proud that T.I. stood up so publicly. Regardless, the pressure on King grew heavier, reminding everyone that behind the drama was a young man trying to navigate a world that kept pulling him into chaos. The bigger question became, how far is too far? At what point does entertainment cross into cruelty? Charleston White's entire brand is built on speaking recklessly, but when children are involved, the rules change. Fans started asking if it was ever okay to target someone's kid, no matter how public their family might be. Others argued that King had already stepped into the public eye with his actions, and that made him fair game. The debate grew, and with it, the spotlight on T.I. and Charleston's clash only intensified. For T.I., this wasn't just another feud. It was about legacy. He has built a career not only as one of Atlanta's greatest rappers, but also as a father figure on reality TV, showing his family to the world. Every time Charleston mocked King, it wasn't just an attack on the boy. It was an attack on everything T.I. had worked to build. That's why his confrontation felt so raw, so emotional. It wasn't scripted. It wasn't for clout. It was a man standing up for his blood in front of millions of strangers who were all too eager to judge. The storm doesn't seem to be ending anytime soon. What initially appeared to be just another online disagreement has quickly grown into a spectacle watched by millions. At the center of it all is Charleston White, a man who thrives on chaos and controversy. He's no stranger to confrontation and knows exactly how to provoke the public, and more importantly, how to keep their attention. His recent clash with T.I. was more than just entertainment. It was a calculated move, and the attention he gained from it only adds fuel to the fire he loves to keep burning. For Charleston, the drama is the brand. On the other hand, T.I. is fighting a very different kind of battle. He's a father trying to protect his son in a world where privacy has become a luxury. Being a celebrity means your life is already under the microscope, but when your children are dragged into the spotlight, the stakes get even higher. T.I. isn't just responding to public attacks. He's defending his role as a parent, a man, and a protector. His son King is no longer just a teenager learning life's lessons. He's become a topic of discussion, a trending hashtag, a viral clip, and that's the real tragedy. King is caught in the crossfire, growing up in public, with every mistake recorded, judged, and turned into content for the internet to feast on. He's learning in real time what it means to live under scrutiny, and every misstep becomes a source of entertainment for millions. Whether he's defending himself or reacting emotionally, the internet doesn't see the human, they see the show. Meanwhile, fans are watching closely, adding their opinions, memes, and hot takes. They debate who's right, who's wrong, and who won the latest round. But behind all the noise, there's something deeper going on. This situation isn't just about clout, confrontation, or going viral. It's about fatherhood, pride, and the fragile boundaries of respect in a culture where drama overshadows dignity. It's a painful reminder that behind every headline is a real family, dealing with real emotions, and those wounds don't heal just because the timeline has moved on.